Assassin's Creed, easily, I think, Ubisoft's biggest, if not their longest standing franchise, is back for what looks to be their most ambitious installment to date. Assassin's Creed Origins takes us back to ancient Egypt and the origins of the Brotherhood itself. Once again, we're joined by the spectacularly bearded Mr. Gareth Woods.
Thank you. It's good to be
I
back.
hope you appreciate that. But it's good to have you back, especially when you bring games that look as awesome as this.
Yeah, I mean, it's an absolute visual spectacle. I mean, just look at the mountains as I'm hiding here in the long
reeds.
grass, disappearing from my enemies.
It's rich, it's beautiful. Now, Assassin's Creed, something like 10 spin-offs now. We've seen a film, it's massive. How does the game kind of kick off? What's the premise here?
So what's kind of interesting is it's the furthest back we're going in history, and yet it's learnt so much from previous games, so it feels the most futuristic. It's a weird concept, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, others have been as recent as, for example, the Industrial Revolution, or, you know, like in Britain and all that.
Yeah.
But here we're going way back in time to what you would think would be, you know, rocks and spears and that sort of stuff. But from a game point of view, the tech is as far as the game has ever been.
You kind of get a sense of an accumulative, like you say, growth within it. Does that translate into the game dynamics itself? What stands out from the technical elements of this game and the gameplay itself?
So I think one thing is, if you followed the narrative, people who've been playing the game for a while, they said that certain things that they love about the game, certain things became tedious. So, for example, some of the quests feeling a little bit like errand boy, go fetch this, collect 4 of these, speak to that person. And now, like, while there are still those quests because they drive the story, there are a lot of quests that, like, you start here and then you go down this rabbit hole and next thing you're other side of the map. And I think that's what some other games have done quite well, is this idea that, like, any side quest will exceed your expectations in terms of what you think you're going to do. I mean, right now, like, I need to go find and get Benit's, if that's his name, tools. But it might be a case of, while I'm off to find those tools, I get ambushed by some guards, whatever. Next thing, I'm in a prison cell, you know, miles from where I started. And that sort of stuff is really, really exciting, because you feel like literally even the side quests are as important as some of the main quests.
Just a moment ago, you took us out and you were looking at your skill set and the development of your character itself, because that looks like it's taken a massive leap forward. Talk me through this little mind map here.
So I think one thing this game always has strived to do is to go finish the game however you want to do it. So if you want to be super stealthy, I think except for assassinating the main targets, you could not have to even lay a hand on anyone else in the game. And so you get sort of achievements in that for doing it that way. But, you know, if you go decide, okay, cool, I'm going to be more like this kind of like mysterious, mystical kind of dude, I can do spells like get poison darts, and I can learn to, what's this one here, tame animals to be able to work with me, or I can increase my lung capacity so I can swim for much longer. So there's that side. If I want to just go, you know, guts and glory warrior thing, I can put my power into, like, you know, they're much stronger attacks using like double-handed weapons, all sorts of like really strong stuff, being able to hijack someone while on my horse, you know, all that sort of like
this is very much the path you've chosen.
Less stealthy, more robust stuff. And then, I've been tinkering here with the hunter stage, which is like the kind of ranged work, so bows and arrows, hiding from a distance, sneaky stuff. So it's like you can play whatever you want. You can do all 3, you can do just one. Really allows for replayability as well.
Is this for an Assassin's Creed devotee? Is this for someone who enjoys another particular game? Who is this game for?
So I was a huge Assassin's Creed fan till about number 3, but having jumped back now into this one, there's enough homage to the stuff that you liked about the previous ones, where they've seemed to like cut out the stuff you don't like. But it really feels easy to pick up. I mean, the tutorials are there, but I haven't felt lost at all. Like, it's kind of intuitive, you know, that's the key. Half the time, you don't want this game where you're like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do at any one point of the game. So I've obviously got my main quest, but then I've got these side quests. At the same time, there's the excitement of, you know, just exploring. Like, I mean, what's happening here? We've got a little market thing going on here.
Check how culturally enriched you are, man. I love that. It looks like there's depth here, but you also don't get lost within that.
Yeah.
There is still focus and enjoyment. And I think ultimately what always has to stand up with these sorts of games, it's got to be a really fun game to play.
And what I've loved is I can call up my camel as well as my companion to help me get places faster. Let's see, I'm going to get to the ground first, because camels don't do too well on 3rd-story buildings.
But water, apparently, man. But it looks like an unbelievably well-balanced game, and I think one, hopefully, that'll bring fans into the franchise, but also get those fans that are already there reignited in terms of their passion 100%. And their enjoyment of the game. Well done, man. That looks absolutely awesome. So this looks like a massive hit for Ubisoft yet again, but I think for the Assassin's Creed fans out there, a chance for you to go back into the game that started it all, go back to the origins of the Brotherhood. It looks like an absolute cracker.
So this week, Expresso teams up with Megarom to offer all of you gamers an amazing prize. Especially if you are an Assassin's Creed fan, then this is a competition just for you. Now, all you need to do is reply to the competition post on our Facebook page to stand a chance of winning. And what do you win? Well, a copy of Assassin's Creed Origins, an Assassin's Creed Origins hoodie, a steelbook, an Assassin's Creed medallion, and an Assassin's Creed Origins t-shirt. Now, all you need to do for all of this to be yours is then just go onto our Expresso Facebook page and let us know who your favorite Assassin's Creed protagonist is and why. As simple as that. Get entering and good luck.